Hey, Canucks fans, the first round of the NHL playoffs is now in the books. What a wild and wacky and unpredictable and exciting and dramatic and emotional first round it was. One of the best first rounds I think I can remember in a long time. And now we can look ahead to making some predictions for the second round. Now, I got to admit, I didn't do so well in the first round. I went 4 for 8, 50%. That's not good. That's barely a pass. I went 3 for 4 in the West. I got Edmonton, Vegas, and Dallas correct. I did not predict Seattle to upset Colorado. And then on the Eastern side, opposite. I went 1 for 3. I only got Toronto over Tampa, despite me wanting Tampa to win. But I picked Boston over Florida. Wrong. I picked the Islanders to upset Carolina. Wrong. And I picked the Rangers to beat New Jersey. Wrong as well. So 3-1 in the West, 1-3 in the East. I only went 4-4 or 4 out of 8 for 50%. Hopefully you did a little bit better than I did, but let me know how you did in the comments down below, if you can even remember how you did. Now, let's talk about the next 4 rounds. I'm going to quickly give my predictions for each round, my assessment, and then I would love for you to add your predictions in the comments as well. So let's start in the West. The Central Division final is Dallas, who beat Minnesota, and then Seattle, who upset Colorado, and they're playing as the first wildcard team against the lower of the 2 division winners. So that's why they are playing in the Central, and they're playing against Dallas. Now, Seattle, very plucky team. They're very aggressive. They're very relentless, a good skating team. And as I mentioned on Canucks After Dark, not a lot of superstars, but they have the Eberles, the Borkstrands, the McCann when he wasn't hurt, and then, the Yanni Gord as well. So there are a lot of guys, Wenberg, who are decent players for sure, and guys that you want on your team maybe as a middle six guy. I'm not sure there's a lot of top liners on there, but they got good goaltending from Grubauer, and Jaden Schwartz, I forgot to mention. So they're a very plucky team, and I think, as I talked about in my vlog yesterday, I'm not sure if you as Canucks fans are cheering for them because geographically they're close, and some would say they're not really a rival of us yet. Maybe you're cheering against them because you don't want any expansion team, especially one so close, to have more success than the Canucks, or maybe you're indifferent. But so that's Seattle. With Dallas, Rupi Hintz had an awesome 12 points in the first series. You have Jason Robertson, you have Miro Heiskanen, you have Jake Ottinger in net. You still have veterans like Ben and Sagan. So I'm going to go Dallas Stars in 6. I think Dallas will beat the Seattle Kraken in 6 games. Let me know your prediction down below. Then the Pacific Division final, no surprise, the 2 favorites won, Edmonton and Vegas. This one's going to be a lot of fun. Vegas, they pretty much destroyed Winnipeg. It wasn't much of a series, and they have all their players are playing very well. You have Eichel, you have Stone, you have Shea Theodore, who's amazing on the back end. Then the Marshall Shows and the Riley Smiths of the world. And then the goaltending, they're not as strong, but they didn't have to be as strong against the Winnipeg Jets. Now, the Edmonton Oilers have a lot more firepower. You obviously have McDavid, you have Draisaitl, you have the secondary scoring in Kane, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins. So there's a lot of really, really good players on Edmonton. On the back end, Darnell Nurse is like their version of Tyler Myers, a bit of a whipping boy, but you have the wonderful addition of Matthias Ekholm. Evan Bouchard is playing very well. I forgot to mention Yamamoto up front as well. So there's a lot of firepower on Edmonton, and they're generally getting good goaltending in Skinner, and you can always go to Jack Campbell if you have to. So I think this is going to be an exciting series. I think it's going to be quite an intense series, but I'm taking the Edmonton Oilers to beat the Vegas Golden Knights in 7 games. You pop over to the East, you have the Metro Division, which is kind of the most nondescript division of them all, and you have Carolina facing the New Jersey Devils. Now this one's tough to call because they only finished a point apart in the regular season standings, so there's not much to give between the two, not much to pick at. Carolina, I'd say, is the more veteran team, but I'd say New Jersey has the younger team, and they have veterans for sure, and guys like Dougie Hamilton, but they also have young guys like Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier. They obviously have a wild card and goaltender Akira Schmidt. Didn't know much about him, but he's doing very, very well. And then with Carolina, I almost forgot. They're kind of boring, so I didn't really watch their series when they vanquished Bo Horvat and the New York Islanders. Carolina is a bit more rested because they've been sitting idle for 4 or 5 days. And then, but New Jersey's got a lot of momentum after coming off a big win last night against the Rangers. So this series could go either way, but there's something about this New Jersey Devils team that's kind of exciting to watch. They're more exciting to me than the Carolina Hurricanes. So let's go. Despite Carolina having more points in the regular season, I'm going to go New Jersey, and I think this goes the distance. I think it goes to 7 games. So I have the Devils in 7. And then the one that's going to have a lot of eyeballs on it, Toronto against Florida. Toronto vanquishing Tampa. Florida upsetting the Boston Bruins. And what can you say about Matthew Tkachuk playing really, really well? Brandon Montour, and then Bobrovsky taking over the net. And this Florida Panthers team to Verhaeghe to get past President's Trophy winning Boston Bruins team. Very, very impressive. So Florida must be feeling really good about themselves. But if Florida is feeling really good about themselves, then Toronto must be ecstatic about themselves, given that they exercised their 19-year playoff demons of not being able to get out of the first round. And they got a lot of firepower. I know anyone who's got Toronto Maple Leafs guys in their hockey pool are laughing at the way that Marner and Matthews and Tavares are putting up points. On D, Luke Schen's playing well. We're happy for him. And of course, Morgan Rielly playing outstanding. So many goals in that first series against Tampa. I forgot to mention Ryan O'Reilly, a masterful trade deadline pickup. And then Samsonov has been good in net. He hasn't been amazing, but he's been good in net. And I think, if I had to pick, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm making predictions. Of course, I have to pick. I'm going to go Maple Leafs in 6 for this one. I don't think it goes to 7. So to recap, I have Dallas in 6. I have Edmonton in 7. Then I have New Jersey in 7 and Toronto in 6. So Toronto, New Jersey, Dallas, and Edmonton are my final 4. I would love to hear your predictions. Drop them in the comments below. Shout out to my sponsors, Vancity Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Carol Bovenlander, and legendary Andrew Chang. Thank you for your support. Thanks to franchise and Hall of Fame members as well. And thanks to all of you. No matter where you're watching from, I really appreciate you, always appreciate you, and never take you for granted. So, on your way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership, and definitely take a couple minutes to drop your predictions in the comments below. And if all you got to do is do better than 50%. If you did that in the first round, you're way ahead of me. But yes, let's compare and contrast. So give me your predictions, series winners, and games as well. Okay, friends, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.